Hello everyone, welcome to another podcast video. My name is The Star. I am The Star Crochet and I make and sell crochet and knit gifts for everyone. This is episode number 78, a podcast episode, and I talk about things like what I have been up to, any new items, new listings, any finished objects, any works in progresses, and that's what I'll be covering today. What I've been up to, I have been crocheting a whole bunch once again because I received the safety eyes in the mail as of a couple days ago, so I've been able to just crank back up the machine mode, and I've just been working on so many things and more amigurumi stuffed animals, and that's basically what I've been up to, just the same old crochet machine of myself working, and I love it so much. The next thing is the new items, and I have a good bit of new items. Sadly, I do not have any new yarn yet, but I do plan on making a yarn purchase in the near future, and I would like to show you guys what I had recently received. So crinkle warning before I begin, I always tend to forget sometimes, but the new item is polyester fiber fill. So it's just like a fiber from polyester, and this is just the brand is Polyfill, and this is what I use to stuff all of my stuffed animals when I crochet amigurumi items. And the term amigurumi, if you've never heard of it before, it just means like a stuffed animal, like a crochet stuffed animal is basically what it means. So that was one bag I showed you guys, and I'll keep all of them up here so you can see how many I got. So this is 2, this is 3, and then the final one right here. So I got all 4 bags. And I have a lot, I know. I just don't want to run out anytime soon because the store that I go to get these is called Walmart, and I typically don't go to Walmart anymore. I go grocery shopping on Post and just Military Land. I go grocery shopping there now, typically, and I hardly go to Walmart now, so that's why whenever I got the polyester fiber fill, I tried to restock as much as I could without blowing any budgets or anything. But I got 4 of those bags, and then I got more things as well. I want to show you guys. So I have this dedicated bag right here, and it says safety eyes and buttons. I also received buttons and safety eyes in the mail. So I have all of these buttons right here. These are for the cowls that I crochet, and I recently made some. I have the link in the description box below of the cowls. I made a different form of cowls, and then I have a whole bunch of safety eyes. So with the safety eyes, these are the blue eyes kind, and I'm currently working with them right now with the orange cows, and I will show you guys in the works in progress section, also in the finished objects section. But with the eyes, I purchased them from Hobby Lobby online, and here's 2 more of the blue safety eyes, and then here is 3 packets of the green eyes. There we go, because one has already been used. So 1, 2, and 3. And then I have 3 more of a different color. I have 3 more of yellow, and again, one has been opened, and I've already been working with it. So these are yellow, and these are more like a cat's eyes, kind of, or no, they're not. I think it is the green that is like the cat's eyes. And so I've been using those on like my dragons and stuff like that. Let's see. Yes. The green is more like a cat eyes. Do you see it? Okay. So I got 3 of each color when it came to the safety eyes. So I can just go ahead and continue to be my machine mode self when I receive the safety eyes. And I just love like the price of those eyes. So the next thing is the new listings, and let me scoot on the side here. So as you can see right here, it is the new listings. I have the new colors of the cows. I also have cowls that I have created, and I have, that's that's about it when it comes to the new listings. So those are the new listings, as you can tell. And they're not much, just one of new colors, and then the second one is brand new. And now for the finished objects. I have a whole bunch of finished objects once again, and I have a whole bag full again. And let's get into it. I have been working on more cows, like I said, ever since I received more of the safety eyes and the polyester quill. So I have 3 of these cows, and they are on the section of the new listings when it comes to like the new colors that have been updated. I have green right here, so I have all 3, but when it comes to these cows, these will be a little bit more expensive because they turn out to be a little bit bigger than the average cows that I have been making. And so when it comes to the listing, I will show the difference, like which ones will be $22 and which ones will be $27. Like for example, these would be $27 because how much a little bit bigger they are. And then I have the 3rd brown cow right here. And this still qualifies as $22 because I was working on the other 2 brown cows the last time I had to take a break because I ran out of safety eyes. And so when it comes to this cow right here, it's still going to qualify as $22, so that way the colors are still organized very neatly in terms of price. And I have 2 orange cows. These will be $27 because they are a little bit bigger. And you can see up close here, I used like a dusty or like a rusty orange when it comes to the dark parts of the cows. And those are the next finished objects. And the next thing I have is yet another donut scarf. And so this will fall under the feminine category of the mystery of the donut scarves. It is like a floral type of design. And then the next finished object I have is a sock, women's size medium. You can see up close here. This yarn right here was used from Hobie, and I really like the colors of it. And I am working on the second sock to this, and I'll show you guys in the works in progress section. The next finished object is going to be a pair of mittens. I am making mittens now, and I love the way that they have turned out. And the funny thing is, when it comes to these mittens right here, as you can see how much tighter the stitches are, that is because I taught myself how to crochet right-handed. So I am ambidextrous now when it comes to crochet. And I just love the way that they look whenever I crochet right-handed when it comes to like at least the mittens, is because that is the first thing that I have ever crocheted right-handed, that I have completed an object of. And it's really easy to get the hang of it. It's just, I find it funny how looking back, I found the left-handed to be the most comfortable for me when I began to crochet, and how 20 years later I would teach myself right-handed how to crochet. So it's just like another, like people say when it's like, when one talent is, a talent, but the second talent is like a double thread, the third talent is a triple thread, a fourth talent is like a quadruple thread, and so on and so forth. So now I have underneath my belt cross stitch, crochet left-handed, crochet right-handed, drawing, painting. And it's just a lot of knitting. That's another one. So it's a lot that I can do. And so here is another pair of mittens. These are used with the colorway called Brights. And this is what they look like. They are a size large, I would say, because these are crocheted left-handed, and this was my very first pair of the mittens when I made them. And you can see the different colors. The yarn I used for these mittens are I love this yarn Prince, like a variegated kind of yarn, and the colorway is called Brights. So it's very, very pretty, the different types of colors on here. And the good thing is I still have about 3 more skeins or 4 more skeins of the Brights colorway of, this colorway. And so the next finished object I have is yet another pair of mittens. This one right here is also, well, the brights right here, left-handed. And then this mittens right here are also crocheted right-handed. And because the stitches are a lot tighter, and I just love the way it looks. So this would be a size small because when I worked on the size medium, I used the same details when creating these mittens, but because of the tighter stitch gauge, these would be known as small. The next finished object I have is yet another pair of mittens, also crocheted right-handed. So here is where the thumb hole is, right here. And these would be a size medium, I would say. And then here is the back. So I have 4 pairs of mittens, all different sizes, but I would need to get more of the colors, like possibly around the same colors, to continue with different sizes of different yarn colors. The next finished object, the rest of them are going to be a whole bunch of cowls. So I have this one right here. And it's just supposed to go like, like this, around the neck. And then the buttons are very easy to, take apart and put back in because there's no specific holes for these buttons. So all you need to do is just pull it through a stitch between 2 stitches. And it's really not difficult to do at all. You may need to align the buttons when you wear these, but it shouldn't be a problem. And then this is that colorway that I used for those size large mittens. The next cowl I have, and by the way, everything that I have created except for the donut scarf, this is a 3-weight yarn, and except for this sock, this is a 1-weight yarn, but everything else I have created has made out of 4-weight worsted weight yarn. Here is another cowl. This one is white with speckles. And then here is another cowl. It is made with lilac and soft pink. I was thinking of making this my own because I love these 2 colors. As you can tell, I either wear pink or I wear purple. It's strange, but I just love those 2 colors. So these are the cowl, and it might be mine. I'm not sure. Now from this point on, when it comes to the cowls that what I've created, this is made out of 5-weight bulky yarn. So this right here is a black and white cowl. And then this right here is the lilac, purple, and white cowl. And so when it came to these cowls right here, I don't know if you're familiar with the crochet dragon that I have created the pattern of. That's where this yarn comes from right here. I still have a couple of skeins left when it comes to these colors. And that is all for the finished objects. I have a whole bunch, but there's no more in my bag here, so I covered all of them. And now it is time for the works in progresses. For the works in progresses, I have 2 works in progresses. And I want to show you guys first the amigurumi crochet version of the work in progress that I have going on right now. So this is the head of the cow, the 3rd and final cow of the orange colorway when it comes to the types of variations of cows. So I have this head, let's see if it'll stay on the stack right here. I have the 2 arms, and then I have the body, including the feet that I have. Okay, so that is the crochet work in progress, and then the final work in progress, also the final thing that I have going on right now. Gotta use my knitting project bag here. It is the next sock that I have. That is the pair to the first sock I showed you guys in the finished objects section when it came to the knit sock. So I don't have much right now, but this is the cuff right here that I'm working on. And as you guys can see, this is the same colorway right here that I'm working on for the sock. And that is it for today's episode. If you've made it this far in the video, please subscribe to my channel, ring the notification bell so you're always notified of all the videos I make. Like this video if you liked this video. Also, check out my Patreon. It is $3.33 a month per person, and you get perks such as a member shout out on the end of every YouTube video for every paid customer, and also members first videos to every video that I create, and even yarn hauls. And you get to have the ability to vote for your say in what project I should make next and what colors I should make the project in next, and so much more. Also check out my social media such as TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and X. And thank you for watching, everyone. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!